So traders, hey traders, John Howell here. Today we can see the actual, look at this here. Look what's going on. So this is the Dow Jones today. Bit of an update today. What does that mean? Also, same for the S&P 500. And then also the Nasdaq had a little bit of a rise today, so as well too. So we can see what's happening all through here. Plus also we can have a look at I'm going to be looking at gold. Look what's happening here with gold. Bit of a basing pattern here. What does that mean? Also, same with the GDX and GDXJ and the SIL and the SILJ. So we're looking across all these markets today, guys, to give you a bit of an update. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. End of year, guys. I'm running another special today, which is just I'm running my trading course. Normally $500, but I'm doing it for $7. So if you guys need the help you need for next year, then my breakthrough course is just $7. And if you're not happy with it, you can get a refund as well too. So just go get the help you need, guys. Go in $7. So go to johnsflashsale.com, or there should be a link in the description there. So let's actually get straight into the markets now. So what actually happened with the markets? So yesterday I did a video and I came out and I said that I would like to see more of a pullback. And so I started off by saying that I want to see more of a pullback. And the reason why is because, one, we are not at the top of the market. Okay, so we're not at the top of the market. And also, secondly, is that I want to see people start to get really, really, really fearful. And the reason why is because I brought up this good old price index, right? So we can see now we're in the fear section here. And I wanted to see, if we go down to the bottom, I want to see this fear and greed index really get pegged, right? So I want to see, for me personally, I want to see this thing sell off another 5% or so. The reason why is because if that happens, we're going to start to head on our way down to here somewhere. And if that happens, it's going to be a layup because extreme fear also produces really good buying opportunities. And because I see a very big, strong move coming into, maybe the first or the second quarter, probably the first quarter of next year, and a big move up. Okay. So right now, initially, I'm actually positioned long. Okay. So I'm long the markets right now, have been for, well over 6 months. But I want to add more to my position and probably even double up on my position. But I want to see this happen here because the last few times we've got the extreme fear, it's been incredible buying opportunities. So today, we just had a very you can see if I zoom in here, you can see that we actually got down the bottom here. So we are in the fear level. As you can see, this was the fear level before we got straight back up to the greed level really quickly. So we're still in the fearful level. And if we go back to our good old dialogue here, you can see that we're still here, but I really want to see this thing sell off again quite strongly. And the reason why is because I want to see this thing get pegged down to here somewhere. Because if that happens and the market's selling off, one, I know we're not at the top of the market, and two, that's going to be an incredible buying opportunity. So if we go have a look at the stock market right now, and we can see firstly, we actually did bounce off this sort of triangle. I've had a triangle pattern here. And again, guys, I'm hoping to see a lot more of a break to the downside because then that's going to be a layup in these markets for a big move to come next year. We're not at the top of the markets, guys, okay? We can get pullbacks, but we are not at the top of the market, not just yet. They haven't even started raising interest rates yet. So, yes, they're tapering, but that's not going to cause an enormous crash in the markets, okay? We're probably going to start to raise interest rates first. That's going to cause the bubble to prick, but it's what's actually going on right now. So we're still stuck in this triangle pattern. The thing is, guys, is that it's like, where's it going to break? Because if we continue developing this sideways range here in the triangle pattern and we break out, so say we continue to fill in this thing for the next, say, few weeks, and we start to break out to the upside, that alone is going to be very bullish. And then maybe we're going to see a very big move up. I know this sounds crazy, but I actually potentially see this thing reaching maybe a 6,000 print. 6,000 print up here, which really is not that much, right? What is that? That's only a 30% rise. Like, we're not talking about or some people say, John, you're nuts. Like it's if we have a very good bull market in the next 12 months, why can't the market do 30% in 12 months, right? So we can see that. And so again, I want to see that to add, but if we don't, then if the market doesn't go down, then we're probably going to hold here for a bit. And if we do start to break out, then that's probably going to give us a sign that we're probably likely to go for a big move up. Looking at the Nasdaq though, and the Nasdaq is definitely giving us a different type, right? The Nasdaq has got this very good, strong sort of trend line, starting point back here since March. And you can see it's bouncing off this level. And it actually bounced off that level yesterday and in today. And you've got this squeezing of this triangle pattern as well too. This last level through here was that recent, resistance level all through there. So that's not really valid to where it is right now. So let me take that off the screen. But you can see here, we're actually developing a bit of a double bottom here. So it's going to be really interesting. Do we actually start to break up and out and then start to see maybe an end of year rally? Again, guys, what I want to see and what I get is it can be two, actually a lot of the times it is two different things. What I want to see is I want to see this thing pull back more to give us a very massive move to the upside. Or maybe this is just the pullback we're going to get, and then maybe we're going to break out here and then we're going to start to see a very good strong move into 2021, into 2022. And then a very, 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 very big move upside. I see, guys, regardless, I see a very good sort of strong move coming for the first 6 or so months of next year. And I think it's going to be incredible. So we can see that through there. And if we look at the Dow Jones as well too, the Dow Jones is really sort of just holding. If we have a look at, there's actually a lot of trend lines through here. But let me do this here. So we've got this one trend line going on through here, as you can see. And then we have this other trend line. Let me delete that off the screen. So you've got this sort of trend line that was happening right now. Look at this here. Support, support. It came down, found support, came down, found support. Again, guys, I want to see this thing flush down. I want to see another 5% or so movement on the downside, because that's going to be a layup for me to buy the market. But once again, we just made a low. Is this just going to be another higher low before we make a big move up? If we do start to break above this level through here, right? If we start to break above this level through here, then that's probably likely to see us have a very, very strong move to the upside, because now we have a low, a higher low. If we break past previous highs, that's probably going to be the sign that we've actually, you know what? We've actually spent, and it's interesting, right? We've actually spent a lot of time doing nothing. So this is the calm. And if we do develop this pattern, that could be the start of, a very good sort of strong move to the upside, right? Like the storm. So that's, again, guys, that's what I'm looking at through there in the markets. Again, what I want is I want to see a pullback. I want to see a big pullback for an investing position, but we may not get that. So these are the things I'm watching out for as well too. Let's have a look at the Russell 1000, Russell as well too. And let's go have a look at, there we go. Internet's working today. So Russell is in a bit of an interesting situation here, right? We're right at this low level, as you can see, came down to this level, found support. We do have a bit of a trend line coming down through here, so we're almost breaking past that level through there. So again, for this to start to see any good strong sign, we need to get back above this, this level through, that level through there at least, right? That 230 level. If I zoom right in, we need to see this thing start to get back above 230. If we can get back above 230, then we're probably going to start to see this thing make a very, very nice move on the Russell. I'm actually bullish on the Russell myself. And so, but again, we're getting that sort of holding that level there right now. Again, do we start to see this thing breaking of this trend line? Because as you can, the first thing, right, you can see this actually stayed below this trend line all the time. The second thing is we're looking at here is we're going to see this thing break above this 230 level. Once that happens, then it's going to be that the moves are going to be incredible. Again, we're not there yet, and I want to see more of a downside. Let's go have a look at gold and silver now. Let's see what's been happening. And the reason why, traders, I haven't been doing much gold and silver updates is because nothing's been going on with gold and silver. We still have this very good sort of strong level of resistance coming down through there. you know, we have a potential, let me just draw some trend lines here once again, so I can, you know, potentially see where things are at. All right, so that'll be that level there. Let me just draw it from that point there to that point there. So that'll be, if I'm going to draw some trend lines, that's where we're at right now, right? We're at the very pointy end. A lot of people, including myself in the past, use this here. So let me go back to the daily charts. A lot of people use this point here and this point here as, well, actually no, this point here and this point here. A lot of people use that as the trend line. And the reason why that's probably not going to be the trend line to use is, look at this here. The more touches of a trend line, the more valid. So yes, I use this one point, and then we had another major touch through there, right? So that's all we had. And then we had the breakout. But if we have a look at this point through here, right? We have this point here. So starter point. Then we must have 1, 2, 3. So this one actually had 3 touches compared to really just one, right? That was the starter point, and then that was 1. So starter over here, 1. This is starter here, 1, 2, 3 touches. So therefore that trend line there is more valid than this one here. Makes sense? So if I take everything off the screen and we delete that, a lot of people are using that, but this is actually the trend line that is actually in play right now as I speak. And if I just bring this over a bit more, you know, do a little bit of jig and a little bit of jig, eh? Let me just draw it from there to there, really. Again, I'm just trying to get the angle properly. That's probably reflecting it. That's the one through there, right? 1, 2, 3, and then 4 touches. And that's where actually we're squeezing right up to here. So very interesting. A lot of people have been saying gold is terrible. Gold has been doing nothing. A lot of people have just been giving up on gold. And this is the time in history, guys, we should be focusing on it, because right now, this very strong sort of triangle pattern, if the market starts to do something like this and we start to hold up and we start to do something like this and we break out, that could be the start of a very, very, very nice move. And I believe that we are going to see, or we're going to see a rising of all tides. Stock market's likely to have a very strong move, along with the commodities and metal prices as well too. Yes, gold and silver will go down when the stock market crashes, but first initial is the bubble. Stock market rise, so does a lot of things. Stock market crashes, so do a lot of things, right? So that's probably the rise and fall we're going to see over the next 12 months. Over the next 12 months. Same with silver as well too. Silver's just been doing absolutely nothing in the markets here. We've got a couple of trend lines, but really this is there's really not much to talk about here with silver, right? Silver's just been a bit of a dead dog. Short term, we're just holding this level of 22, so there's really no bullishness at all when it comes to even silver. So silver may be even getting ready for a flush down soon, right? Because we're holding here. So silver's actually not looking too good at all. Let's have a look at the GDX here. And the thing with the GDX is that the big point through here is that we've been in a very big overall, if we look at this from a weekly perspective, right? You can see that level through there. We're in a very big, let me go back to the weekly chart. We're in a very big sort of, a big bull flag, right? And we're continuing to develop this big bull flag. Big move up, and then we have this bull flag through here. So I'm waiting to see that. We get that, guys. Oh, big move to come. Same for the GDXJ, right? The GDXJ's got even a much beautiful more flag definition as well too, right? We have a big move up, and now we've got this pullback through here. Once we start to get that out of this weekly chart, guys, it's on, right? It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. And the SIL as well too. That's a bit of a flag formation, not exactly, right? We do have a little bit of stuff going on through there, as you can see. And then we also have probably that going on through there as well too. Let me take that off the screen. So yeah, it is like in a bit of a bit of a flag formation. The SILJ is not though. The SILJ has just been very, very, very messy. So not really much going on there when it comes to the SILJ. Just developing a bit of a double bottom right now, but that double bottom can easily be sort of negated. We are getting a little bit of push up, but if we get a bit of if this holds, if we continue to go sideways here on the SILJ, we continue to do that, and then we get a bit of a breakdown, then that actually could see us having a very, very strong move to the downside. So there we go, traders. So if you do need some extra help with your trading, then my breakthrough course is just $7 for this next few days leading up to Christmas. So guys, link in the description, or go to Johns, Johns, johnsflashsale.com, johnsflashsale.com, and I'll see you in the next video.